I have been accused of being somewhat fixated with Bigfoot, and truthfully, it's not an unfair accusation. Growing up, Bigfoot was equal parts cool and horrifying all at the same time. Without doubt, a few decades ago, the Bigfoot craze was in full swing. I personally was convinced that I would turn on the evening news one day and see that Bigfoot had been captured and identified. Of course, that never happened, but just to make sure that every 10 to 12-year-old boy had nightmares about Bigfoot, television executives made programming decisions that guaranteed that he would be all over the place on the small screen. My first memories of Bigfoot on TV were twofold. The $6 Million Man battled Bigfoot in a massive two-part episode that brought Andre the Giant to the small screen in something other than professional wrestling. This Bigfoot turned out to be a bionic ally, so that was cool. But then there was also Mr. Spock, Leonard Nimoy, on his pseudo-documentary show In Search Of, talking about a mysterious and potentially dangerous beast roaming the Pacific Northwest. And even though it would have taken Bigfoot approximately 331 hours to migrate from his home to Salt Lake City, Utah, I was certain that Bigfoot was just crazy enough to do that if he really wanted to. We're talking about a gigantic beast that has for decades eluded thousands of scientists and fortune seekers trying to track him down. That says something about his determination. And if he really wanted to come to my neck of the woods, well, you get it. Nothing would get in his way. So I've got to say that I was very grateful to discover, courtesy of the good brothers Sid and Marty Krofft, that Bigfoot was pretty much a superhero. Bottom line, if there were criminals, poachers, deranged scientists, or nefarious aliens anywhere near, Bigfoot would leap into action and pounce on these nefarious villains. Bigfoot also turned out to be quite a compassionate soul as well, raising a young boy who'd become lost in the wilderness. Now, I'm not sure where Wildboy got his clothing from. Did he make it? Did Bigfoot? And also, why was Wildboy clean-shaven and yet Bigfoot had hair all over his face? I guess these are questions you only ask when you're older, more skeptical, and quite a bit grumpier. And depending on the season, Bigfoot and Wildboy found themselves coming to the aid of Susie or Cindy. Not sure why these girls always seem to attract danger, but in true Lois Lane fashion, they did. And our heroes, well, they were always there to save the day. Bigfoot and Wildboy originally aired as part of the Krofft Super Show on ABC. Looking back now, the Super Show was exactly that. You had great music from Captain Cool and the Kongs, along with wonderful live-action shows like Wonderbug, Dr. Shrinker, and Electro Woman and Dyna Girl. After the Krofts moved their show to NBC, the lineup changed a bit and ABC ordered a standalone version of Bigfoot and Wildboy. All told, we got 28 amazing episodes of the show, and as cool as bionic Bigfoot on the $6 Million Man was, I've got to say that this version of Bigfoot was the best. Really, he was a gigantic, super hairy Boy Scout. That is pretty darn hard to top. Post Bigfoot and Wildboy, actor Ray Young went on to have a fairly robust career in television, appearing in shows like Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Quantum Leap, Matlock, Murder, She Wrote, and even Mama's Family. Now, Joseph Butcher, Wildboy, however, is another story. Apparently in the early 80s, Joseph made the decision to go behind the camera. At least that's what I can gather from a handful of web pages that reminisce about this wonderful show. Still, I can't find anything concrete to indicate that he played a part behind the scenes in any sort of TV or movie production. Perhaps, much like his character, he just wandered off to the Pacific Northwest and got lost. No, Bigfoot and Wildboy never were guest stars on The Love Boat, but I do love the picture. Was this your favorite Bigfoot, or did you lean more toward the bionic version? Or was there another one? Let me know in the comments section below, and while you're at it, I would truly appreciate it if you clicked on the thumbs up icon, and hey, why not consider subscribing to my channel? I talk about music, movies, and television, mostly from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. You know, the good stuff. But most importantly, and as always, thank you so much for watching.